House Oversight Committee Chairman, Kentucky Congressman James Comer joins me now. It is great to have you with us, Chairman. You've had a busy couple days. President Trump said he seemed to feel kind of sorry for President Clinton today. Take a listen.
I don't like seeing him deposed, but, they certainly went after me a lot more than that.
What do you make of that response?
Well, look, I'll remind the president, the Democrats made the motion to subpoena a bunch of people. Some Republicans amended it, and it was a unanimous vote in the subcommittee of the House Oversight Committee. So the Democrats started the process of subpoenaing the Clintons. But look, I think the Clintons needed to come in and answer questions. I'm glad they did. Of course, I don't think to anyone's surprise, you mentioned the picture of President Clinton in the hot tub. He said he didn't have any recollection of that. He didn't know who the woman was, but he remembered he didn't have any type of improper or inappropriate relationship with her. And then with respect to Jeffrey Epstein going to the White House 17 times while he was president over a 2-year period, President Clinton said he didn't really know why he did and didn't invite him, and he just kind of showed up along with tens of thousands of other people. So that's what you get when you interview the Clintons. But they were on record, and we'll see as more evidence comes in if what they said was truthful or not.
Boy, I guess if you can get into the White House that easily, I may go down there and try myself at some point. Democrats have set their sight on Trump. They said it yesterday. They said it again today. Listen.
We are once again demanding that now President Trump, who was in the Epstein files almost more than anyone else besides Ghislaine Maxwell, answer our questions. This is not a hoax. He has not been exonerated, and we have serious questions for President Trump.
He says he's been answering questions all along. Is there any possibility that President Trump will be called?
Look, time after time, the Democrats make this about Donald Trump. Every victim that I've spoken with has said they never saw or heard anything about Donald Trump that was negative in any way. None of the evidence shows any credibility about Donald Trump having any liability other than some anonymous claims and one person that made a claim who didn't even receive a settlement, was one of the very few supposed victims that was denied a settlement because of the credibility. So look, I think that the president has answered a lot of questions. And Bill Clinton today said under oath that he had spoken to Donald Trump once about Epstein, and he never saw or heard anything about Donald Trump in their conversation that would lead him to believe that Donald Trump had any liability. That's from Bill Clinton. There's no love lost from Clinton to Trump. And Bill Barr testified in a deposition under oath that there was no liability with Donald Trump. And I think we know there's no love lost between Bill Barr and Donald Trump. So look, the evidence is clear thus far that Donald Trump has no liability and is exonerated. And the Democrats look like fools for only obsessing over Donald Trump. And they got a rude awakening today when Bill Clinton exonerated Donald Trump.
You know, the Democrats had ample time to actually take a look at all of this evidence themselves during prior administrations and didn't do anything. Do you feel a sense of, of concern, though, because if during the midterms the Democrats take control of the House, you do not keep your position. They will take over the Oversight Committee. And then do you think this thing could drag on and then President Trump is called in and, who knows where this goes?
Look, if the Democrats take the House, they're going to bring Donald Trump in for Epstein. They're going to bring Donald Trump in for Jared Kushner. They're going to bring Donald Trump in for anything he's ever said or done that would offend their liberal, touchy heart and soul. Their whole majority will be about taking Donald Trump down. That's all they have. They have no agenda. Their agenda is to disrupt Trump. So whether we bring in Bill Clinton or not, the Democrats' sole focus, if God forbid they gain the majority, is going to be to go after Donald Trump. That's what they did the last time they were in the majority when he was president. That's what they'll do if they get another opportunity in the majority.
Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton was in yesterday, and she said her deposition turned weird at the end. Listen.
It then got, at the end, quite unusual because I started being asked about UFOs and a series of questions about Pizzagate, one of the most vile, bogus conspiracy theories that was propagated on the internet.
So what was going on there?
Well, I think she's referring to Representative Boebert's questions. But I think everyone's going to see when these videos and transcripts are released, hopefully in the next 24 hours, that the questions that we asked were credible, hard-hitting, based on evidence and facts. And I think they're going to see this is a very serious deposition. We didn't try to hit the Clintons below the belt. We did nothing that I think they can go out and scream and say was unfair to them. We treated them more than fair. But we asked them questions based on the evidence we had. And I think the Clintons did a pretty decent job of answering the questions. Now, whether they are truthful or not, time will tell. But they answered the questions, and our questions, for the most part, as an oversight committee, and especially from our professional deposers, who's our oversight staff on the committee, were very serious questions.
All right. Chairman James Comer, thank you. And I know that a lot of Americans are waiting for that video to be released. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.